What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be playing some Gwen GP. I wanted to give a shout out to Hawk362 who showed me his Gwen Misfortune deck, which inspired me to try out this Gwen GP version of the build that I had a ton of success with. And yeah, just wanted to share some games with you guys and show you what this deck is all about. I managed to go 14-3 with this deck, which was absolutely stellar, and I was really happy with it. Right now I'm still chilling in plat, haven't had as much time to play as much games as I would have liked so far this season, but flying through the ranks with this, so hopefully this deck brings you guys some success as well. So what we're doing with this deck is, one, taking advantage of Hollow to buff up our different units, create a wide board with things such as Mariah Warden, the hollowed spell of Strike Up the Band, which gives you 2 units on 1 spell. And then once we have all those different hollowed procs, we play GP. GP has a lot of good ways to level in this deck. Make It Rain, Parlay, fearsome units to attack. Gwen obviously triggers towards that zap. And the GP will get buffed by the hollowed effect, deal damage across the board, and just be a devastating finish for most opposing decks to deal with. We also run 3 copies of the Riptide Sermon, which is just a very, very strong spell, being able to be used as removal, generating a 3/3 for us as a blocker, and dealing 2 damage, which is another way to once again trigger Plunder and activate our GP. We run 2 copies of Eye of the Nakaboros to, 1, keep up with draw, have a burst unit potentially. We could grow this spawn or the 3/3, depending on what order we play the sequence out, off of the Riptide Sermon, so it does have synergy there as well. We have Black Market Merchant to steal cards from the opposing deck and just keep value in our hand, because one thing that happens with this deck a little bit is you do eventually run out of gas, so having ways to refuel with Black Market Merchant can be absolutely huge. And like I said, I went 14-3 and just absolutely tore it up on the ladder, so highly recommend you guys give this one a try, but I think that's going to do it as far as the deck tech. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Leave a like, and please consider subscribing. If you guys want to check me out live, got the Twitch link down in the description below. Make sure you guys check that out. Also the Discord link. If you guys are trying to get in touch with different members of the community, share decks. We got a lot of good people over there to bounce ideas off of and share in that regard. Hopefully you guys enjoy the games. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Like keeping 1 Gwen. I like the setup here. I feel like I probably just play the crack shot. One thing, if he has Vile Feast on 2, I'll still obviously get the proc here. I actually changed my mind now. I'm gonna play this so that way I can get a trade, and I'll probably just go for like a Phantom Butler. We'll see. He could slow me up with this changes things a good bit. I don't even know if this was right necessarily. Okay, so we just get to push 4. That's not bad. And we'll look to just set up open attack on turn 4. Obviously some argument to set up Gwen on that turn, but just depends what he goes for here.
Quick hands make quick work.
Oh, I've never met anyone like you.
With the power of time, the possibilities are endless. It can be undone.
I almost wanted to block that because it sets up like our other pings in the deck, but I don't know if that's the wave.
My goodness, what is all this?
We'll just play the Gwen.
And so we begin.
What a joy.
I think we'll just take like the 2 hits here. So now those trades aren't stacking up well for us. So that's interesting. I'm just gonna see if we can hit some good RNG. There it is. Get to play the merchant. Technically, this Viego could come fuck us up now.
Watch your head.
May I see your invite?
It's fine to do. Take 2 trades, get the hollowed effect. Play merchant and the butler. Play merchant first in this type of scenario in case we get something that's looking good to take advantage of, right? When I have that mana up. I mean, I think we lead with this.
Aim.
Drag with the other units. I think actually just getting this extra damage is really good since we have like the potential burn in hand. And he's blocking 4 max from this instance. Zap could also pull some more for us. Quicksand stops stops us pretty much straight up. Still fairly off for the level up. He could get it with double waking actually. Kind of crazy to me that he didn't proc it right then. It's like, what's the point?
Observe the price of ambition.
Sure.
First time
Let's get a blocker down.
Suppose it's rather novel.
I should never tire of something so grand.
Fall to pieces. To ruin. I command you. All who live will serve.
Next round I'll have enough mana to play both of these outs. And the reason why we don't play them out here is if he has Vile Feast, he kills this and then he steals a Zap. And him stealing a Zap is like absolutely devastating because then he has a blocker too.
Keep up, keep up.
Parlay is really nice because this will get buffed up by the Hollowed. And then the second one, if that one just connects, then we can potentially just kill with the Parlay.
Like fish in water.
OP. hoping no quicksand. We go for this now. Just guarantee he can't go wide enough. The spare is crazy because that just means he loses. All right, perfect.
Let's do this.
Whatever. Sounds good to me. GG, bro. I was tripping for a second because second quicksand would have been pretty devastating, but we get there. Okay, Yasuo Leona, assuming using that landmark. I'm gonna keep Gwen and Butler. I would rather draw into GP personally, since obviously gets max value after we've worked up the procs, but that's much easier to do after, you know, like having other tools for that, right? Man, it's taking a little bit. I'm like debating on turn 2 if it's like Butler or Strike, because Strike like imposes more damage in the long run. I think it's Strike now, because if he plays the 2-drop and it's just like buffed up, or even another 1-drop, it'll just trade with this or even live through it, which is worse. And at least here we force 1 trade, or we just like guarantee the hit. Okay, slows this up. Would have been punished here anyways. Same difference. But I like it. The hollowed hits come through.
Punish transgressions.
Since he went with that line,
Please, make yourself right
we
at
played the
home.
Fearsome instead of the Mirai, because we don't need the blockers yet. On turn 5, we'll also have the burst blocker with
So
I.
much to see. Where do I start?
At the beginning, madam.
And this thing could shoot a Yasuo in some spots, which is dope. It's gonna go to 5 and 5.
My faith protects me.
And the Gwen doesn't die. I'm down to just run it, whatever. This will just be another hollowed hit, right?
Oh, heretic.
Wouldn't surprise me if he just hits a pale or something like that. Because like if I don't do both, he just
You cannot
trades
sway
this.
me.
It's like pointless. Alright. Heal 7, heal up 2. Feels good.
The enemies of day will fall.
This also just blocking one of the, like the 2/2s or something is gonna level.
Devotion through battle.
Follow the horizon.
Scissors at the ready.
Drawing all 3 of these probably a little excessive.
One stitch at a time will make something totally
Passing
new.
back since he has 8 mana unspent. I want to do like the double value. I think this is fine.
Our guest of honor.
Part of me was thinking like maybe if I go for the parlay on this, he might burn a twin or something, which might have been the case, but
Join us.
felt too optimistic.
Fall, heretic.
If I found my rally, that'd be pretty sweet. I hate that it fizzles. Grinds my gears.
Sleep is for the guiltless.
Okay. He pretty much gave us this unless he runs the 1 mana spell to counter that. And he can shoot it back to hand. This will also eat the stun effect. Not bad. I want to be able to keep up a Riptide.
But a joyous one.
If he's just doing that,
My goodness.
we'll
What
play the
is
other
all
Gwen.
this?
Doubt he could really attack in this position.
Oh, I've never met
Or the
anyone like
Warden.
you.
Nothing with keywords is a little disappointing. I want him to have to like at least kill another Hollowed off of the block. We have like 4 burn in hand with Riptide double
Cannot
parlay.
sway me.
Yes, this is dope. Hopefully he plays this other Yasuo and we got the same sequence because he'll have 1 mana once again. And just the value of the Windswept really incentivizes him to play that now.
I follow only one path, my own. Sleep is for the
Yes,
guiltless.
are leveled. But we still got a kill on you, so don't you worry, bro. Don't you worry. Alright, this be threatening lethal coming up. And he had enough. Okay. Easy game. I think the Yasuo cat deck is pretty good, but that deck looked like it still had a lot to be desired. Okay. Jin Annie. Definitely looking like aggro most of the time. I'm going to keep Gwen because it does provide us healing. But I'm going to kick this other stuff. We're going to kind of need to roll into some like 1-drops or something. To avoid a disaster, but
Just need a second.
that was cool.
I'll do better this time.
A little annoying that he plays like one of the worst 1-drops for us to deal with in that spot, but it is what it is. I think we just pass it here.
I can do this.
Boom Cruise. It's kind of tough. I think we'll just take the hit, I guess. Okay, the fact that he let me set this up, that's gas. We might have like the 2 mana stun, but setting up a unit with spell mana. And now he just went below the stuns too. Merchant's ready to drop.
Explosives primed.
Let's get it. And we got that stun that we talked about. I'm gonna do it this way. We take a little bit more damage, but now make it rain. Is gas. But I want to play Gwen next round. I don't know. I think I do this still.
Time to go.
Like he's running out of cards.
They got past me.
Now if he goes for a Fervor too, we could just re-respond with 1 more. And this was a fantastic top deck to just go
I'll shoot the wings off a bill
really
truck.
wide.
Paint your feelings.
That first to get the hollowed. Him killing that, oh bro, I don't know. I don't know how you're gonna do this, man. Another merchant.
If you do not have a part to play, take one. Our purpose calls to us. We cannot turn away.
I mean, if that's it, sure.
We are at the threshold of something great.
And now time for the third copy to come in.
If we seek forgiveness,
What's up,
we
bud?
must commit all.
Yeah. That's what I thought, bro. That's what I thought. That's when those black market merchants, when they hit the right card, ooh, spicy. Alright, another Jin Annie gamer. I feel like Mirais are just good in this matchup. Just having the ability to go wide, I think, is just going to be pretty fat. If they don't develop anything on one, I think that's better. And then if they play something like Saboteur, I want to have this parlay as an option.
Let's go make some
Him going Annie means I think I'm just fine dropping this Butcher and getting the hit here.
No one's the wiser.
Although he could have another one drop. This will just make Annie a parlay target. And we get the GP hit. A little obnoxious that it's one we can't block. We'll take 4. I'll probably play Mirai, swing, and then see. Like, I imagine he doesn't block with both. And then we'll get whatever the leftover one is. If he doesn't block with either, we probably have to hit the pet in that spot.
Nice to meet you. I'm Isla.
Ephemeral, okay.
Of course.
That's what I'm talking about. We'll just get this then, sure. I changed my mind. We're gonna take out Annie because I have this now, so we know we can set up something that's good for the pet.
Come on, Tibbers. It's playtime.
Is one of the punishes for sure.
Light the fuse.
Damn, that's crazy. I didn't know that was like he hadn't played enough skills up to that point.
Better run.
Hello, new best friend.
Okay, although it's some tossing, that's a pretty good one drop there.
Party never ends, nor its spillage.
I feel like we just go in with this.
Just need a second.
Yeah, that thing can't block, so the rest of this attack looks pretty flames to me. I love how far away this is from level up because this dealing 4 is pretty big death sentence. Even going to 1 against a GP deck where he already saw we beyond the GP pings, it's pretty terrifying, and both of these units are like equally valuable. Okay, now we have a ton of top decks we could get that could just end this. Zap, parlay, make it rain.
For the Empire.
The 6 mana spell that deals damage also works.
For the glory of Noxus.
At most, this is a decimate. This deals 2.
Remember
Oh,
the
well, now we actually know. So we're at 7. This deals 2. 3. So decimate kind of is good enough for him. We hit the zap that we talked about.
I can do this.
Gotta go with the flow.
So what we got? Only 3
Don't
skills.
mind me. Just gonna put this here.
This way. Lovely. Burning. First the smoke, then the fire, then the jitters.
I'm like 90% sure this is still a dub, but we're gonna line it up, right?
I'm gonna gut you.
Oh, so that effect's coming in.
Bad, you bad! I'll cut my name into you.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. It really didn't, but it felt better not having GP just take damage and have that happen to him.
Backfired.
Duty. Empire.
And now it's time. Have fun with that, bro. He could have kept units back and just set off the skills if he wanted to maybe play around that, but full attack. I can't blame him, but
Has returned.
made it so we didn't have to play for RNG, which was really nice. And another one in the books, and we just flying through these games. Like, that's the other thing, these games are going really fast. All right, Riven Victor. I think we'll keep Jagged, kick the rest, play Host to start. So obviously we got some upside to that play if he trades.
But a joyous one.
And there's not really like a bunch of kings in the deck either.
Need clearance, pal. Keep it up.
Obviously we'd prefer if that went through, but not too bad. Also just happy we have like,
Get to work.
that would have been a nice make it rain if I knew he had just double chief.
A brief engagement. But
In case he has like one of the Riven followers,
this perfection, meatbags.
this would be not too bad. Let's set up here. This doesn't have attack. Get to play Butcher. This is
There's plenty of killing.
great pressure.
Come in.
Put the hollowed effect on this side. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm ready.
Flee with 2 E's.
I mean, just off the one, that won't be enough.
Safety disengaged. Rise, metal brethren.
I disappear.
That thing scares me, because obviously one of the strengths of this deck is when they just set up multiple threats.
Allow me.
How did you, pets?
Okay, so this will die to the rally. We get him to use burn here. We'll see what merchant gives us.
Another. On to the next.
I serve a nobler cause.
I almost feel like using this might be better in this spot because I just get a 3/3. Just force that to trade. Feels like he's just bricked too. But I don't think he'd play that if that wasn't the case. And yeah, he definitely didn't draw any champions, and we're just able to outvalue him there like pretty big. Ballistic Bot nerf felt pretty huge for him on like his end of why we were able to just like beat him up so hard as well. Okay, there just seems to be a ton of Jin Annie players in Plaid. I don't know what else to say about it. I like a lot of this. I like a lot of this. I like that. Perfect. Now I think it's a pretty perfect hand. Get free value here. Ping on a bunch of different 1-drops with that. Oh wow, so it's even like a more I don't know if I would say that's greedy. Value heavy? But I think that's good for us.
Come on, Tippers. It's playtime.
Nice to meet you. I'm Isla.
See what the pickup is here. But I doubt he blocks. And we just go in with both of these. And we'll get that merchant value we talked about. And since we have Gwen in hand, we know we're going to be able to get back to max.
I've got this.
That smelled like... So this is probably like a front. It's probably like running flocks and death hands and things. After seeing that. I'll play this now, actually. Because when I'm playing Gwen next round, I won't have mana to play this House Spider, and definitely could end up needing it.
I want to smells like Bernie.
I don't mind just saving HP and not having to deal with burned, but this is feeling like a tricky trick. I don't even know what to say. You know what I mean? Like, I'm used to this deck being aggro, and it just doesn't seem like it is. Yeah, Whisper? Nah, it's crazy. They're on value. Well, now I get to drop Gwen
She could see me.
and push an open attack that looks really nice.
For the tribe.
Just now realizing we haven't played any hollows yet. So I'm assuming this is going to be like any spell plus ping. Oh, wow. He's got a ton. This thing's going to level. Yep, Disintegrate, Death's Hand, Blade's Edge. Sounds good. And Jin in hand. Perfect.
I want to play a game of hide and burn.
At least we hit face, right?
I promise. This is a
I want to
chance
use my
for me to
mana
make
well, so
my
I'm just going to
mark.
drop another Gwen.
I've got this. I shall need my tools.
I think I just hit the hollow to, yeah, units that are harder to remove. He didn't have enough to stop it. Another one in the books. I was tripping because it was obviously a control version, but we still win. Same result. All right, TF Annie. I like a lot of this. We'll get rid of the hard removal because, I mean, up until they get like tie bulk and stuff like that, they don't have like a bunch of crazy units that we gotta like remove at a fast pace. You know what I mean? Okay, that'll be real nice. We get the plunder proc, and my man stays healthy. I mean, I think we're cool to pass that.
Bounty Board knows me name.
I'm just like worried about Make It Rain, so I want to play the Butcher here. If he plays a 5-mana spell to get a blocker, that'd be fine. And if this just triggers, that'll be dope too.
Nice to meet you. I'm Isla.
Fearsome's a decent keyword with the 1 health. Screaming, please TF me at the moment.
Never lost a fair game or played something for all of you.
Yeah, at least this Gwen
This
hits
is a
hard.
chance for me to leave my mark.
If he doesn't want to block with this, it'll be dope. I don't want something like Sentry to get value, so I think we just go off rip. Disintegrate, gotta love it. With this being out of the way for red card right now, I think I'm down to just drop more of these 1 healthers, right? We always start with Butcher.
Hello, new best friend.
So like this, that's not bad. Especially with our hand running real low. Like I said, hits like a dream. Yeah, true shot. We can get the trigger for GP on next round. Kill this too. Especially if he commits into a level up on it. I'm fine with the pass. I maybe should have played Crack Shot though.
Looks like trouble.
I'll shoot the wings off a bilge wasp.
Careful where you point that thing.
Love when it doesn't end up mattering.
Like a fish in water.
Okay, I think it's a 3, 2, 1. Boom. We gotta try this. With what we gotta try this. Hopefully it just plays out like House Spider, right? Since we get to play this on the stack because of the stun effect, right? Just rip the Make It Rain right away. And if he goes removal on a barrel, that's dope.
I am reborn of salt and brine. Get to it.
Six isn't bad. We're going to be getting barrels every round too with this. Okay. That's just essentially a dead card.
Explosives.
I love that so much.
I'm always up for a round or two.
Okay, he hasn't had flock this whole time. Just gotta hope it stays the same. Gotta pray.
Come out,
Thank
come
you.
out, wherever you are. Oh, I want to play.
Yeah, this is insane how close this is. We have a ton of draws that can get us that damage we need. The Gwen? Oh, I feel like I have to. That's another really nice thing, because if he doesn't kill this barrel, he'll, like, if this 2 goes through, our odds of winning goes up by like 100%. Like, you literally need to stop this GP, bro. You can stop it now. Or he needs to. Yeah. Alright. Hard fought. They came down to the top decks, but we do get it.